Welcome. Good morning. How is everybody this evening? Thank God I arrived at lunch just in time to say a few words. Now, I don't want to confuse anybody with the way I talk, so we're going to make it pretty much simple. Something that was in Torah, something that was in the Bible, something that I heard just from any Joe on the street. And this is what it is. They said the fire will be coming from underneath the ground and will terrorize the world in this day that comes. And what's so funny about this is that we had a sinkhole in our area that's still not completed its reparation. Not completed its reparation, that after 7 weeks, they have pushed the highway together and solidified a piece of the highway. But they can never solidify what's hundreds of feet under the ground that in seconds, poof, can disappear. And what's funny about this is the sinkhole that I'm talking about can be one of the biggest and massive explosions ever seen in man's history. And the reason for that is because it's right next to blue. Everybody knows what blue electric number 5 is, right? Electric 2, number 10, electric. Natural gas blue. There's a natural gas station right next to where the sinkhole is. If it falls, the whole thing goes kaboom, and who knows how much natural gas is underneath the ground and how far it's went to what distance, because what's the natural sinkhole that's underneath the ground in the area of St. Jerome runs for hundreds of miles until the other end of where the sinkhole turns into the river. Now everybody's going to say, well, it's not this and it's not that. Maybe I don't say it right, but let me tell you one thing. If the mind can vision it, and I can speak it the word of what I see in my vision, regardless of how true in the actuality of what's going to happen, if nothing ever happens at all, if something does happen, this can happen. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. My friends, marijuana. You know what I think of this? I came up with a joke, okay, about Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene, okay, sounds to me like this. Mars, E is the split between Earth and, I'm not sure what, could be us, as because we are an element of the Earth. The natural matter that pushes from the ground with the water turns into our bodies, just like a fruit and vegetable. Mary Magdalene, Mary, man, gel, G-E-L or L-E-G. Man, gel or man legs. Len is like wool. In one of the programs with one of the sons of one of the famous Jewish people, it could have been, I don't know what his name was, let's say it was Jack or Joe or wherever it was, he had 2 sons, or one of his sons had a hairy arm, so he put a little wool on the other arm and he pretended to be his brother. So Mary Magdalene, Len in French, is wool. Mary Man could be in a man pulling the wool over our eyes and nothing was real. Jesus spoke all the words. It was time to open up all the churches and to spread out the religions. So they brought in Jesus. Now the question is, the Word was real. His actuality and truth may have not been. But with all the books that came out, when he didn't write a book on his own, who was this man? He was a man of knowledge. He was a man who knew what was right from wrong. Existence or not existence for the right reason or the wrong. That name existed in the longest of times, and it's going to be 43 cycles long. Next year, in 2021, it becomes the 43rd cycle of 47 years. Now, how do we minus these 7 years? Well, one of the reasons we do this is because the only way around, we're always minus 7 years, because when I show you the 6 dice, and I show you the 1 dice, this is existent within inside yourself. But when I show you the 5 dice, and I show you the 2 dice, this is the angle of division beside this side and this side. Every world gets a 7, every world gets a 13, and every world gets a 10. 7, 7, 7 is 21. 13, 13, 13 is highway 93, or 39. 10, 10, 10 is 30. That's the creation. We have 4 months of 30, and because we needed 30 for each 4 months because of this. Then we needed to get back to the center, which became this. 4 on the outside. 4 on the outside. 4 on the outside. We live life, if you want, we can look at it in this fashion, as 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6 equals 15. Now if we turn it to the other side, You see the angle? Not 1, 2, and 4, not 1, 2, and 6, but the angle of 1, 2, and 3 does exist. You see the way you can see it on that corner of the dice? So if I would take the dice and hold it like this, you would see 5, 6, and 4, or 5, 6, and 3, but you wouldn't see anything but 5, 6, and 4, and 5, 6, and 3, and that's communication with Earth and Mars. Okay? If we flipped it over the other way, okay, we have 2, 3, and 1. 2 with 1, 2 with 3, 2 with 1. 1 and 2 makes creation in 3. 3 shows the center dot. Once you show the center dot, we have no center dot here. The 3 center dot plugs into the 6 and becomes the creation of 9. So if you see the angle, of 6 and 3, take a look at it. It actually designs the 9 because all you do is you connect the outsides, and we have the 9. If you take a look in between the dice, in the white space over here, don't you see the letter I or the letter H? Let me show you one little thing. I'm going to put 2 I's together. And when you put 2 I's together, it creates the box in the center. Okay? I can draw a box just like this. But I can't draw an eye like that. The eye is the extension. And now we have the I, or the H. You can't have both in one, because both live in one. One is this way. Man stands tall, in the heavens he runs. 4 and 6, and the other side be 6 and 3. 4 and 6 is Israel. It equals to 24 and 10. 24 resembles 86, and the opposite of 6 is 8. Why 86? Because, how can I say this? Because, hold on a second. I don't want to make this mistake. 64, 6 by 4 is 24. 86 and 24 makes 110, top of the Twin Towers. That's the most you can get is 10, 10, 10. After that, you lose the 1. Because it's 1, 2, 3, and then it's 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 comes in when 1, 2, 3 disappears. I've created this using 9, or if you want to use the 6, reverse it around to the 7. The 1 goes right into the middle of this. If this was an ice cube and I marked on it, you would be able to see the 1. And all the other 7s that you have on the dice, you cannot see anything else because they're lost in the corners in the 2 world. 2, 2, and 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Tequila, 2, Shavurin, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Turua, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, tequila, 2. The sounding of the trumpet. And 300 and approximately 75 days from now, or 76 days from now, we will be coming on to the New Year's of 5775, and the trumpet is for the year of 2016, not 2015. So the question is the trumpet of next year counting for 2015 or 2016? Because you blow before in celebration to the upcoming, or you blow at the end of the first year also, the sounding of the shofar in the year of the trumpets. I just blew the trumpet tonight. I blew the shofar. I've been a shofar blower for 37 years in the St. Jerome area. There's really no other ones out here but me. And I take pride in what I do. And I'm not allowed to say anything about anybody's religion except I hope the best for everybody. And we start to think a little bit. Who says I'm a better driver than you, and who cares? Just drive the way the road asks. Don't sit in the passing lane if you shouldn't be there. Get out of the lane and understand what you're doing in the car. Cars are dangerous, and people get aggravated over stupidity. So stop being stupid and start listening to who else is on the road, because you're not the only one. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Happy New Year to the world, my friends. Happy New Year to the world, my friends. Thank you.